Hello, how's everyone? I thought I would get on here and tell a story because I haven't had a story time in a long time. And I've been meaning to tell a story, but I just didn't get around to it. So this is the story I want to tell. Hence the old scratchly old timey, because this is a story from my youth. But back in the day, they used to have this thing called presidential fitness. And that was when it was something that sort of Reagan had started, I believe, where it was like really trying to cut down on the chunky kids. And so they would have this sort of yearly sort of event where you would do all these exercise tasks. Like you had to run a mile and a half, you had to do a certain amount of push-ups. They had just had all these little things that you had to do. I'm not even sure they even have PE anymore for kids, to tell you the truth. But, it was an event where like the most athletic person would like show their ass. And, it was in elementary all up until, I guess, I don't know. I don't remember in high school because I didn't really have to take that many. I think we only had to do like a year in high school and that was over with by the ninth grade. So anyway, but being how shady bitches are, if you were fat or you had big titties or there was something about you that stood out, all eyes were on you during these tests, these events, because it's funny to see, I guess fat people fall or stumble or do, something ratchet can happen to them. So, it was when, just the bitches in a class with, the skinny bitches would throw shade at the big girls. So, when I was in school though, that it really you didn't have too many big kids. So when you were big, you were isolated and zoned in on. And so people would tease you and pick with you and all kind of mess like that. Because, kids are just immature. So there was this one girl in my class, and she was a big girl, and her name was Christina. But Christina was a girl where it was like she knew people would sort of, be a certain way about her because she was big, and she just chose to sort of rise above it. Like she didn't, I don't know. She didn't act like it phased her, which was probably something her parents taught you that, people are going to talk shit about you. You got to ignore them and keep it pumping. Don't entertain their bullshit. And that was the kind of person that she was. Like, and, she was bigger than everybody else. So that particular day, I remember it was the long jump day. And long jump is when you're like in a set, like you're standing still and you like get your momentum going and then you jump and then they measure how far you can jump from a standing position. And so we usually did this in the gym. And so this day, excuse me, we were all, we were sitting around my class and we really didn't have sort of mixed physical fitness. Like the girls sort of had their thing and the boys did their thing. So this was all girls. And so we're all sitting around and, we had two female coaches. One was just looked like somebody's old lesbian, somebody old stud lesbian. And then we had the other one who was slim and she just was kind of bitchy, but, she was the one that sort of, um, taught volleyball or whatever. So she was the coach that was with us that particular day, measuring a long jump. And anytime you have to get up in front of people, you're gonna be all like, "Ugh, what's going on? What's going on?" So anyway, it was Christina's turn to jump, and there was just, and I remember this so distinctly. I was just like, "Uh oh, like what's gonna happen?" Because she was big, and everybody was just waiting to laugh because she might have jumped just 1 foot, or people were just anticipating something. And I remember just looking at her like, go on, Christina, do it, girl, do it. So we're all sitting there, and she just had this sort of seriousness about herself that was just not or maturity that just wasn't around, you know, just wasn't found in a lot of the other girls. So she gets up there and, you know, she's all focused. Like, she fucking like Tiger Woods. I'm about to show these white folks I can do it. You know, except she was like, I'm going to show these messy black bitches that this white fat girl can jump. So she's all getting focused and we all like, just waiting. So Christina jumps. And when she jumps and she stops, this blood splattered on the gym floor. And everybody was like, and then she was like crouched over. And so everybody was like, and then she just took off running. And my gym teacher was like, where did that come from? Like, we didn't know. We didn't know if it came out her nose or what happened. All we knew, it was splat. There was blood on her thighs and it was on the floor. So we're all just like, and she takes off. And so then my coach has like a towel and she like mops up the blood on the floor. And everybody was like, what the fuck happened? And I guess it was her period. I guess. I don't really know. But I will, yeah. So that happened to Christina. She was trying to put on for the big girls and her sanitary napkin didn't hold up. I don't know. But I would say that there's a lesson in this. If you're going to jump, make sure your tampon, your pads, and everything is secure. Because you don't want to be the girl that's 20-something years later. You're the one that someone's talking about how you period it on the gym floor. That's my story. Hope y'all have a great day.